Good afternoon, dear colleagues. My name is Bisera Jevtić. I am Associate Professor of the Faculty of Philosophy, University of Niš. This university is in Serbia. The title of my page is Moral Judgment of Delinquents. It is a fact that the value system of those countries which are in a transitional period is significantly disrupted. Such condition has a negative effect on the entire society, institutions, families and young people. The proof for that is a heightened number of delinquents which is increasing more and more each year. Also, when it comes to a disrupted value system which is dominated by the famous, rich, influential and powerful, the question arises: from whom do the young learn about life and human values? One of the futures of many people who are going doubt the existing crisis is explicit contradictoriness, meaning that they know what is right and moral, but they do not act accordingly because it is a lot more difficult to satisfy their needs in that way. Therefore, young people too, modeling themselves on the adults, have not started to choose means to achieve their aims, while they are at the same time aware that the means they are using are not moral. The lack of morality and the occurrence of delinquent behavior is a consequence of the lack of discipline in children, that is, the absence of the process of conditioning which forms conscience, which is caused either by inability to form conscience due to a specific structure of personality or by the existence of negative socialization influences. During their moral development, delinquents usually stop developing on a level at which they perceive the world in an overly simplified way. They are not capable of understanding the needs, feelings and motives of others. They perceive social environment only as an arena in which people are manipulated in order to achieve personal gain. The aim of a theoretical qualitative research originated from the proposed subject. Therefore, if it is taken into account that the subject is moral reasoning of delinquents, we can set the aim of this research as follows: determine which stage of moral reasoning delinquents are at. Besides the aim of this research, it is necessary to set the following research tasks. First, examine whether the age of delinquents affect the level of their moral reasoning. Second, examine whether the social-economic status of the families which delinquents come from affects the level of their moral reasoning. Next, examine what are the life values that delinquents consider most important. And next, examine whether there is a connection between the type of criminal acts committed by delinquents and the levels of their moral reasoning. The research is carried out on an intentional and purposeful sample of 268 respondents, which are proteges of the Educational Institute for the Youth and in several counties on the territory of Serbia. Theoretical interpretation of results of the qualitative research. This research has confirmed that an egocentric orientation dominates with the majority of delinquents and that it weakens or becomes firmer depending on the situation. Besides egocentrism, another characteristic of the preconventional stage is conferred, and that is the respect of the principle of reciprocity. The results of this research have shown that there are numerous and different areas which affect the occurrence of delinquent behavior. hyperactivity, impulsiveness, problems in communication, negative findings, negative feelings, and verbal problems are connected with delinquent behavior during the later stages of development. Situational context and characteristics of the family in which a person develops play a big role in the occurrence of delinquent behavior. The lack of family supervision and family repulsion are obvious predictors of delinquents. When it comes to life values, delinquents emphasize freedom, truth, and justice as the most important values, which has partially confirmed the proposed hypothesis because none of the respondents emphasized ownership as an important life value. Delinquents have chosen those life values which are complementary to high moral stage. If we compare these life values with their stage of moral reason or with their moral behaviors, Kohlberg's theory about moral reason and moral behavior will be confirmed once again. According to the theory, each act is morally neutral if it is not done according to the moral principles or values which an individual himself or herself has constructed and accepted as binding. Life, freedom, truth, and justice are surely not binding circumstances for delinquents. Thank you very much.